Other interesting business news, you have GM unveiling the GMC Yukon AT4 Ultimate, which will be excellent for those trips to the soccer field. Sure, the moms will love this one, probably. This is also written by Michael Wayland, and again at CNBC. You can see some of the pictures of this ginormous good old SUV, which, again, if you're a shareholder, you should love it, because, again, when it comes to what consumers are willing to pay for, there's a reason GM makes, like, basically no sedans these days, and that's why Ford doesn't even make any cars, with the exception of the Mustang. A lot more profits in the little crossovers, the SUVs, as well as the big old trucks. Now here you can see some of the pictures of this ginormous thingamajig. Again, this is by Michael Wayland. He said, quote, GM reveals GMC Yukon AT4 Ultimate to expand reach, profits, and high-end SUVs. There you can see it. Yeah, kind of cliche to say, but every year they just kind of look bigger and more angular, partially because you do have to increase the size and weight of the vehicle because of the ridiculous rules with the EPA. Another reason to thank the government ineptitudes of why we can't have fun, small, compact, fuel efficient cars. Oh, also the crumple zones, all the safety stuff. Now, they say, quote, General Motors is adding the new GMC Yukon into the lineup in the 2025 model year, the AT4 Ultimate model. The large SUV will have a front skid plate, 20-inch wheels and all-terrain tires, 4-corner adaptive air suspension that can raise the vehicle up to 2 inches, and other features. Denali models will come with it, have become a cash machine for GMC, which that's their top-of-the-line trim, kind of like how Chevrolet used to have the SS for the good old Camaro and some of those other more performance-oriented vehicles. Now, they say that the ATV model, the goal is to reach more higher-end price models, increase the profits, and it'll have a little bit, I mean, it has a skid plate. Ooh. I mean, I would venture to say 1% of all these vehicles will ever be taken off-roading. I mean, let me know in the comments, how many do you think these will actually go anywhere except for pavement and asphalt? Oh, you can see, of course, gotta have that ginormous screen in the middle of the vehicle the size of a surfboard. But of course, do not text it. Of course, don't text or drive or distract your driving. Here's a giant computer right in the middle. Oh, definitely not for me. They say that, quote, the new model will slate in between the luxury Denali and Denali Ultimate models. The automaker declined to discuss pricing for the new AT4 Ultimate, but the Denali model currently starts at $77,300, just under $100,000. Jesus Louise. Again, great for the shareholders. That's a lot of profit built in those monstrosities. They say the current AT4 model starts at $73,000. Denali models now in their 25th year have become the ultimate cash machine for GMC, which, again, GMC is one of the 4 brands left from General Motors as they've gone bankrupt multiple times, and they used to be such a dominant force in terms of global automotive manufacturing. Now they're just down to 4. Part of me still does miss Hummer and Saab. And, of course, Pontiac. But now they just simply have Cadillac, Chevrolet, GMC, and for the OGs out there, Buick, which is the oldest car company in the United States to date, ever since Billy Durant founded General Motors by bringing together Oldsmobile and Buick. I don't know, the steering wheel looks a little bit weird to me. Looks like Duncan Aldred, who's a global VP of GMC, said that, quote, we're raising the bar on what our customers can expect from GMC's flagship, and the addition of the AT4 Ultimate trim fuses ruggedness and capability with craftsmanship and refinement. Which, I'm not saying all GM products are, junk, but I've never heard someone say craftsmanship and refinement for many of their vehicles. Again, the Corvette used to be awesome. It used to have 3 pedals and a manual transmission, as all sports cars should have by default. But yeah, I've had family that works on the assembly lines as well as management at GM and a couple of manufacturers throughout the years. It is kind of funny when you go to, like, if you're driving past a GM like assembly plant. Oddly enough, you see a lot of Japanese cars in the parking lot. Now they say that, quote, AT4 sales represent 17% of Yukon's overall sales. That compares with the Denali models and more than 50% sales for large SUVs. The new AT4 Ultimate includes a front skid plate, 20-inch wheels, yada yada yada. There you can see the rear of it. And looks very similar to last year's model. Now they know they'll also have a new styling, a larger screen, second row executive seating, and expanded availability of the 3-liter diesel engine to assist range and fuel economy compared to the gas-powered models. And they will be assembled in the great state, or some might argue the great country, of Texas at the GM's Arlington assembly plant. expected to start assembly by the end of calendar year 2024. So great news for GM, as long as people keep buying these things, because you got a lot of profits to be made in them. And I mean, it looks okay for an SUV. Obviously, I'm not really one of those SUV kind of guys. Still has 2 pedals. That's, to me, that's boring to say the least. But interesting news for GM, and I mean, hopefully they'll be able to propel this trim level to be very, very successful. Be able to hire more employees, and hopefully, maybe even repurpose some of the ones that they recently had to let go. But let me know, do you think this, again, you also have, I mean, the automotive market ain't easy right now. You got record high interest rates if you want to buy a vehicle or a house for that matter. But, I mean, will you buy one of these GMCs? Do you think it's worth the upgrades? Or do you think a lot of these are going to be sitting collecting dust on dealer lots? Let me know in the comments. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.